Hi guys, Scatlink here. Welcome to my modding showcasing sub-series, Hats Off to You, a series of which we try out community-created hats, costumes, functions, singular levels, full chapters, or time rifts created by the Hat in Time fan community via the Steam Workshop. This will also include any challenge roads of which will have their own video dedicated to earning ourselves a trophy, of which would otherwise be permanently missed. In this episode of Hats Off to You, we're actually quite late for a certain thing that is a time challenge. We've got our third challenge road to do, and yeah, as I said, we're late to the party. So I think we want to welcome the tiny baby alien to browse with the Mafia, because we've got this challenge road that we've been kind of ignoring for a bit. It's because I've been busy this week and haven't had a chance, and if I don't do it now, like within the next 5 days, it's going to go over to the third one, so well, to the fourth one, excuse me. So we're going to be having a few more, well, probably another video quite soon. But yes, put a little bit of time aside in order to do this, because you know, if I do eventually miss a couple, because I know that's going to happen if they keep making new ones up to the point where it's like 50. Unless they make them cycle or something, I'm going to miss a couple, so that's kind of a problem. So what we'll do is that we'll actually have a look at all these by going through. But first of all, we got like exactly 12 balloons. I counted, a little fine print right there. Basically, it's just a short platforming challenge without a couple of balloons. I've also got the Nyatronic Metro. So there's a ton of Metro levels, and they all involve the trains, of course. And then we've got a 4-floor run, which I don't know what the theme is. It kind of just goes through them all, so we'll have a little read, because I didn't do that before, and since this is technically a mod showcase montage like it was before in the last episode where we did the co-op, that was kind of a thing, even though that was a bit more, you know, unplanned, because mod didn't want to work and we ended up doing twice the amount, and we found a meme. So anyway, exactly 12 balloons. I counted. You can't use 2 of them though, because it could be considered only a 10 balloons, so I'm counting those 2 even if they're only for decoration, not for bouncing. The first level I've made, I nearly destroyed my save file in the process of making it, so please say things in the neutral to nice range to me, and please don't be mean. Don't worry, buddy. I've already played these levels in my own personal file in order to get the trophy registered, so I have good things to say. It's kind of short, features too many little round birds, but if you're a fan of little round birds, then it's great for you. Requires the hookshot badge, probably, but maybe if you're insane, you'll find a way to go without it. I can do for the most part, and you'll see what I mean. Which is annoying, actually. I just realised you can't upvote mods while going through a challenge road. Huh. I never realised that until just now, because I'm here. So I haven't actually thumbs up the other ones without doing it off screen. So, But yeah, we've also got Nyatronic Metro. Hop between the trains, collect all the power ponds to restore the barrier between you and the timepiece. So this once again uses Nyatronic Metro DLC 2 assets, so you need that in order to play this particular mod. But basically it's grab the 100 ponds, get the timepiece. But in this case, there are actually, this short level provides a light but fun challenge to collect every power pond. Do you feel like challenge this week? Don't fret, for this map also comes with a Death Wish variant to keep you on your toes. Can you beat it with a minute to spare? Now here's the thing. We haven't got to Death Wish yet until we get the achievement, the Community Thanks You achievement, which we're working towards, which is what we'll stop with mods for a bit until I get into Death Wish, and I'll probably do more mods to offset the potential salt and trauma that I'm going to have to go through. And considering this is a challenge road level that comes with a Death Wish that goes on the map itself and adds 3 stamps to the overall total, because I want to cover the Death Wish entirely, I will be disabling or uninstalling this particular mod and any other mods that are involved with challenge roads, so I can cover the whole of Death Wish proper before getting into these, and they'll probably be after the main Death Wishes. And even then, I don't know if I want to do that, but since they're challenge road, they're technically in a grey area of official, so I don't know. I don't know how I want to feel about that. But this is still a very good level, as we'll see later. I know that we're spending a lot of time here, but we need to appreciate it's a showcase. Floor Run. Tongue twister already. Floor Run by Happy Elm. Now with co-op support and a custom Death Wish unlocks after completing Beat the Heat, which is the first one. Spoilers. This level was designed with speedrunning in mind, however it can be enjoyed casually too. Thank you. Music created by Shriek Electronic. And the music can be heard by that link, if you want to click that, or type it in. I'll probably put that in the description below, just since it's here. Also, thanks to the Steam community, Daniel CNR. I think we've heard that name before during, I think that was someone who assisted with the development of Operation Rerail. So, pretty cool, that. But yeah, so Happy Arm, the Great and Powerful Ouija, and Paranormal Thingum. Thank you for providing these levels for the challenge road. Let's try them. Okay, so all three of these levels are medium length to short. And yeah, exactly 12 balloons, exactly what it is. By the way, this level has one pickup and it's right behind us. Just follow the balloons, get yourself a sprint yarn. I believe that's the only yarn in the level. And we can check that right now, I guess. Because I haven't found anything else. Nope, it's literally just that yarn, so I was correct. So we've technically already got that yarn. I can just do this, and I would get it. So let's head back without dying. I actually overshot the starting position. Alright, so let's do this proper. I thought I was actually going to bounce on his head, so that's a thing. But yeah, if you are crazy enough, you can do this without the hookshot badge. I think you can make these jumps with sprint, hot, lunge, cancels. So, do that. There we are. You get very nice checkpoints, actually. I mean, this music, listen to this music. I believe this was the music that we had with the Diva in Town mission for Deadbird Studio, our first, like, outing with DJ Grooves. And this is a really good music. And considering that this is, like, in the air and whatnot, I get Super Mario Sunshine vibes. And this music really, like, sits well with me, if you get what I mean. But yeah, no camera pan here, but we do get to, like, sit down and just take in the view. Music doesn't get slowed down, but it's quite nice. You can just have a meal here and chill. I mean, as long as you don't mind being on floating planks that are just in the air without any support or any sign of civilization except for that mafia just sitting on the edge, which we can just, you know, do this. And do it to myself! I wasn't intending to do that, but there you go. Okay, I better be careful now, because I'm being a little bit silly here and just having fun, but that's costing me energy, and this is technically a death wish due to the life system, so yeah, we might not want to be, you know, being a bit trigger-happy there. This one can't be hit. He's actually an NPC. Chip, chip, I'm a little bird. Chip, chip, fighting is very tiring. Chip, chip, I'm just sitting here. Oh, fair enough. I'll just let you, hang around, good sir, in your own birdie self. Another checkpoint with cat crime. Bap! Nope, you're not hitting me. Oh, what? Come on. I swear my umbrella went right through him. But yeah, there we are. I believe this level has a death wish as well. I can't remember if there were 2 death wishes added or whatnot. And I was jumping, I wasn't jumping. Wow, really? I was at the very end. It don't matter, because as we already know, with losing a life, the checkpoints still are active. I was trying to jump, but since I was in a combo, I couldn't jump. But that was the end, literally right there. That's not a problem. I'll still make this. I will count that as a retry death, though. Because all I was supposed to do was just do that. Or you could probably use the ice hat to squish them all as well. I didn't actually lose a life in my own personal file doing this, although I did come close, but that's because, again, I was messing about. Okay, so I keep forgetting that after you do a challenge road, if the final level is a rift, it will give you a spin, even though it's the end of the challenge road. But if any other levels are rifts, it won't give you the spin. But if I'm playing them after the video, which after I've done the challenge road for the video, I'm playing each level separately so I can get the mod rift token from that timepiece, that the level we just did. If it's a rift, it'll give me the spin, and I keep forgetting to do that, so I'm going to have to edit these in between the levels. So forgive me for a little bit of commentary. Jumping, it's something that just keeps escaping my mind. I'm just going to have to remember that for any other time I do challenge roads. Stop talking in between level transitions. Anyway, what are we going to get this time? Obviously, there'll be an item missing because I've already done the entirety of the challenge road already, but you know what? We'll take that. I pressed the wrong button. We will not take that. I'm going to go for another reroll. Okay. Hey! Undertale Dummy! Still part of the Remix Madness. I am getting a lot of stuff from the Remix Madness. I'm loving it. And now I'm talking, it's dividing my concentration. Which is another reason why the death wishes will be montaged, because there is no way I'm going to be able to comment without literally swearing Bloody Mary. To put it lightly. But speaking of DLC in general, this is DLC 2, and the reason being that we have to pretty much collect 100 ponds is because that's the force field blocking us. Like what happened in the Pink Mauve Metro, I think it was called, in the second... No, was it the second? No, it was the first challenge road, excuse me. I'm getting confused already. But there's 2 ponds right there. There's a button here that we can't press unless you want to boop with, well, clicking in the left analog stick if you had DLC 2 active. Which I don't, so I can't do that. But yeah, you can press the button like that. But if we come down here, we have 110 in order to get 3 Rift tokens. Now that's a very good reward. If you go over the maximum, which there is, because there's just enough, then you get rewarded with 3 tokens on top of the mod Rift token that you would get for getting the time piece if you weren't in Death Wish. But we're going to grab those, because why not? I mean, we've got so many now. And if we have enough time at the end of this episode, we'll do a bunch of rolls in the Rift Roulette. And if we run out, then I'll go install some more mods in the next episode and spend them. I think that's a good way of doing things. So basically, the way that I do this is I pretty much just ride out the train in its entirety until I grab them all out. But doing this within a minute, I'm not entirely too sure how you're supposed to do that. But since it's a mod Rift level, I would assume that the creator would have tested it to make sure it's doable. But it might also be barely doable unless you're like an expert speedrunner. But at the same time, the pace is kind of already set for you because the trains kind of go at their own pace. So I'm really not entirely too sure because I probably already wasted a minute just riding the blue train alone. So there must be some crazy route optimization you got to do. And since I'm not a speedrunner, I don't like those sort of things. And the only sort of speedrunning I've ever done to actually get anything out of it is Ico's 2-hour speedrun, because there's a trophy for 2 hours and a trophy for 4 hours, which I showed off the final leg because there's no checkpoints or save points at that point. So yeah, you can imagine that was annoying because I barely made it with 11 seconds to spare. I'll probably link that in the card above, actually, in the corner, since I'm talking about it. But yeah, this level, I really like this level. It looks a bit intimidating. I don't know why I jumped on this train, actually. That was stupid. This level does look a bit intimidating because, like, there's so many trains and they're all, like, intertwining into one another, and it could be a bit overwhelming because of that. But if you just follow the ponds, you will eventually get them. So you can just, I mean, look, we've already got half of them just by riding this one train. So I think what I want to do now is actually swap to the green train. Yeah, we can start from here. That's perfectly fine. I'm actually going to do something a bit risky here. There we are. So there's not really much else for me to talk about really in this level because, like I said, you just ride it. But I can give you some tips. As in, if you want to get onto the green one quicker from the blue, I don't know why my phone keeps going off today. It's been crazy. Must be Discord messages. But anyway, if that got caught in like, yeah, you don't want to be. You might think you have to crouch to get through those. You can just stand, so it gives you a little bit more movement ability. And I missed the heart pond somehow though. I must have drifted myself in the wrong direction. Right, so now I want to go onto the yellow here after the green. Once I go for the tunnel, because that's when it does a loop. And yeah, the signs can be a bit annoying because you need to time those, and the trains don't go as fast as you'd expect, so if you jump a bit too late, you're definitely going to hit it instead of rolling over. But before I continue riding the yellow anymore, oh boy, nope, the camera did a 180 on me! Ugh, thank you for that. Let me get back to the pink. I want to be on the pink when it comes out of that flap, and you'll see why. In fact, before I do, there are a couple of generous heart ponds placed here, and I want to grab those because I'm already down half my health and I don't want to die. Shouldn't have died on the first one, but I thought I could smack all the crows, but they got in between my combo and got me before I could jump. In fact, I'm not going to cut because I was talking about this. This is basically the easy way of getting back onto the green. And if we ride the green through the tunnel again, which you don't want to crouch through, so you can move a bit better, even though it looks like you should. Plus, there are more heart ponds in here in case you need them. By the way, I haven't got my magnet badge, which is why I'm not grabbing them. Very good. I want to ride back to the beginning of the purple train. Yeah, that's definitely... There, now I grabbed it. That's definitely what I want to do. So, I want to get back on the yellow. Right here. This music is really wacky. I don't think I've actually heard this. We'll go through the new because the DLC myself. So, quite interesting. Even though I haven't sat around long enough in order to hear it. I keep saying I'm going to cut, but I keep talking, so whatever. Right, ride this all the way over here. I want to jump onto the pink one here because there are some ponds here that we need to grab. Jump around that one, grab these, and now we can just continue riding this like if we jump from the yeah, because as you can see, there's like a line of ponds here, and oh come on, I missed that really. That's annoying because the pink one you can't actually ride all the way round. I've got enough for the 100, but we need an extra 10, and I missed a few, so we need to grab those first. And there we are. Now I did miss a few ponds, as you noticed right there, because I missed the actual spring to go get them. And they are still up there, but like I said, there are just over enough in order to actually get them aboard. You don't have to grab them all, but for the sake of being a completionist like I usually am, I'm going to, and never mind, I'm not going to. You saw where they were. If I hit the spring properly, I would have got them. They don't do anything if you grab them anyway. They don't even become money, so it's just collecting dead air, basically. But we can grab all 3 of these. How'd you like that spamming of graphics? That's pretty cool. And of course, well, I'm not going to get the mod riff token here from the mod timepiece because I'm in Death Wish, but of course I'll play it off screen so I can go get it. And add that to the total. Aha! I kind of grabbed that in the coil, so that looks a bit odd. But yeah, so now we're on the final one. So one of them, nice little platforming challenge. The second one, a nice collectathon with a bottomless pit, but with plenty of healing, so it doesn't feel like unfair or too challenging for the layman. But, well, considering it's called Challenge Row, but then again, you've got to do a gauntlet, and if you fail 3 times, you've got to do the whole thing again. But these are really good levels, and they're really nice and tight. Nice spit and polish. Very nice. So we've basically got a purple time rift here, but there are no pages for us to collect, even though they're mostly optional in the mod purple timepiece levels. Oh, bloody hell. All we got to do is just grab the ponds to get out like we normally would. We just don't have to worry about any other collectibles. There are no tokens, yarn, or even well, any other collectible in this level. We just got to get it. I know this because, as I said before, I've already played through the level just to make sure. So let's bounce back up this way. I know where all the ponds are, and it does feel like a genuine, like, in-game time rift. And as you already know, there is a Death Wish tied to this, as we've said already, which does not excite me. No matter how good the level is, I just don't like the Death Wishes. I do not see like the appeal of just putting on a time limit on screen in some method or another to make things harder, because it forces you to speedrun. And not only that, that's a thing I need to mention, which I'll probably mention in the videos as well, is that when it comes to those kind of, like the time trial Death Wishes, like most of the time when they force you to speedrun through the purple time rifts, the ponds are not in the same place and the whole map is mirrored. So even without the mirrored badge that you can get through Death Wish, so it's... Oh, wait, is it through Death Wish? Yeah, it is through Death Wish. I was about to say, is it through DLC 2? But no, it's DLC 1. So that's not a fun thing for me. So, and not only that, you got to do them in like... I thought I could make that jump. That's annoying. Yeah, you can't... You give him like 3 lives to do it, and if you don't do it within 3 lives, you're kicked out of the level, and you can't go back into the level for 5 minutes. So any skill you may have accumulated will eventually be gone, because you don't want to do something else. You want to go straight back in, but you got the penalty of waiting 5 minutes if you die 3 times, unless you complete the level first. So my advice is just look at a guide. I would recommend Crab Bar. And that was stupid of me. But yeah, his guides helped me prepare. And I'm still not very good at speedrunning, I'll tell you that, but oh my god, really? I just went through that one gap. But yeah, just look at a guide so you know where all the ponds are, what the route is, and then you can optimize, because if, like, you know, you struggle at one point but you don't at another, it helps you, it helps everybody. Well, in my case, it will help everybody. Because I record these. I don't know why I'm talking about Death Wishes. I guess it's because that these actually involve Death Wishes. And they're always on the map if you have DLC 1 installed. But you have to have DLC 2 installed in order to play the middle level, so... I don't know, that's a bit... I mean, I guess it's your preference if you want to buy the hard DLC or the fun DLC. Some people say that Death Wish is fun, and I understand, like, why that would be the case, but it just doesn't appeal to me. And there wasn't a lot for me to talk about DLC 2 at the time, only that it was just one entire new level. And there was nothing else announced, because when DLC 1 was announced, as if you remember from episode 10 of the main Let's Play walkthrough of A Hat in Time that we did, which is what we're technically continuing on right here, is that... Oh, I can do that good. Is that not only was DLC 1 announced and it was coming out, but co-op was also announced as a free update, which will come out for the Switch version when it gets launched as well, and then other consoles later. Wait, did I get everything here? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm talking about stuff, I'm actually forgetting what I'm doing. I know I shouldn't be using the radar hat, but every time I've used it, I'm pretty much right at the collectible anyway, where, like, in sight. I've already pointed it out and stuff like that, so it's not that big of a problem. It's just making sure. But yeah, it's like, that makes all these... Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting. Let me talk about this for a second. So we've got these cherry bombs and these dash panels from the old Mario Kart games. It's like, from all the Mario Kart games, it's like, all we got to do is use the dweller and just blow things up with the cherry bomb in order to get through these icebergs in this particular level. So we had like the alpine area, then we had a lava area, now we have an ice area, and as you saw from the image, we've got a... from the mod preview image, we've also got okay, I thought I was going to make that. We've also got a grid-based level going on, so we'll get that in a bit. But yeah, go back to what I was saying, is like with the Death Wishes and whatnot and DLC 1. When I was covering DLC 1, well, the announcement of DLC, it was DLC 1, it was the update, and then it was also the confirmation that a Switch version is in, like, a Switch port is in development. Which is a perfect segue, because recently, on Twitter, Gears for Breakfast have actually announced that in an upcoming event in Japan, which is pretty soon, or if it's already going on right now, I'm not too sure. I'll have to recheck, but the Switch version is playable at that event, so it's actually quite close now. It could be coming out in the next couple of months or so, if there's already a demo out for it. And I mean, I don't even know if it's just the full game and people just like, oh yeah, just play it and there you go. And then they just like delete the level when people are ready, and I did not do a double jump there, that's what I was supposed to do. Oh, well, that's great. I like how the effect for ice went off even though I was standing on land. It's kind of odd. I hope I'm not taking ice damage here because I've got the frozen effect on, which I still have for some reason. That's a bit of a glitch. I should have just went down. Oh no, they're all gone now. That's cool. But yeah, so the Switch version is coming out really soon, and you bet I'm going to double dip, because I like this game so much that I would love to play it on the go no matter what I'm doing. Oh boy, okay. Jump, jump, there we go, that's what you're supposed to do. And now we're in the final part of the zone. And you know what, even though that the other areas didn't have much to talk about, this area I have a lot to talk about, because for one thing, even though this looks like super neon and awesome, I get super like Tron or one-shot vibes. One-shot because of the three colours being blue, green and red. You'll know why if you played one-shot. But not only that, it's all grid-based, which fits a one-shot and Tron pretty well as well, like the purpose of it all. So that's pretty sweet. And thank you for knocking me onto a falling platform. I don't think I can recover from that. At least you don't take full damage in this level, I will say that. Even in the first area, we didn't take full damage, I don't think, but lava does, so this level's pretty generous. Pretty nice, pretty tame. I'm not too sure if you'll take full damage during the Death Wish, though. My guess is that it will do damage. Unless mod Death Wish levels don't change the locations of the ponds. So you could possibly memorize them? I don't know. Anyway, this one's a bit of a tricky one. I'll do this. The only thing that I will say is that with the filters I have, which are like the filters that are pre-enabled into the game itself, which is why I don't turn them off. I like to show the game in its original glory as much as possible without tweaking the settings too much, even though it is on PC and you have those options. I like to show the game in its purest form if possible. And except for the fact that I have to play the game in 30 frames, only for stability with like, playing the game and whatnot when things do get a bit too graphical for my computer to handle, but because my Roxio can't record anything higher than 30 frames anyway, unless it's 480p, which is not happening. Those springs are sequenced, by the way, that's why it locked me in. But yeah, what I want to get to is that even though this is nice and neon and whatnot, the blue, when anything is like neon blue, except for the Joy-Cons because they don't glow, is that when it comes to the blue colour, it does my eyes in, especially if it's like a bright light blue, if that makes any sense. Like what you get with like Christmas tree, or just Christmas lights in general. Those kind of coloured lights really mess with me. Oh, I didn't realise... Oh, okay. It's attached to the platform. Yeah, this is... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. This is one that I would recommend having the magnet badge on, of course, so you can just jump on the platform and grab it. I didn't realise it was attached to the platform, though, because I had the magnet badge on before when I was doing this in my other file. Which my wheel was different, by the way. I have to keep... In order to keep my wheel the same as it is on this particular file, which is the same file for the 100%, because obviously I'm getting the achievement on my 100% file for the Let's Play and whatnot. Yeah, the funny thing is about that is... I had to keep enabling and disabling mods in order to get my hats fixed, because on other files, of course, because they've been installed in a different order originally, it messes up those wheels, so I can never win. But I wanted to keep it consistent for the Let's Play at most, and my brother just adapts. He understands, though. It's consistency. I like consistency, if possible. And with that, we're done with the Purple Time Rift. That's the entirety of the third challenge road. The fourth one is on its way. This was recorded on the Wednesday, which is the 10th of the 7th, 2019, so I'm a little bit late in the part on this one, but not as late as before with the first one, which I left to the exact last minute, which is why the footage was so bad, and I do apologise once again for that. But yeah, that is the third challenge road. That's another trophy in the bag. And in the next episode, guys, I'll see you for the next episode of Hats Off to You, whatever that will be. To give suggest mods in the comment section below. See you guys then, and check out the Discord. And we obviously get double spin on this final one, so I'll be splicing in the actual final one after this. And that's the one I accidentally skipped, so I will press B to claim that prize. There we are. Cuphead Pork Rind Shop. I've been after the Cuphead one, and for some reason I keep passing it by, and now when I tried to, I missed out on the previous one. Now I got it. Yes! But first of all, we got one more roulette. I forgot this was here because it's a purple time rift, not a blue. But purple gives you it anyway, I believe. I can't remember. Whatever. We still got spins to do. I'll give it one more roll. Oh well, you know I'm going to have to take the Snatcher, because otherwise people will get mad. Game Metal... GA Metal Remix? I don't know what that is. Anyway, check in the Discord, and you can suggest stuff directly to me, or leave it in the description below, as well as, you know, thanks again for all the suggestions from the official Hat in Time Discord, mod in general. And with that, now, I'll see you guys next time.